So welcome everyone to our first Fall 2015 Professional Development Workshop. My name is Takuko Kono and I'm the Associate Director for the MSW program here. And I also partner with our Office of Student Affairs on our career development platform. We have a number of events coming up, so the purpose of today's workshop is to just familiarize you with the offerings that the Office of Student Affairs has provided for early this semester and to introduce you to one of the signature programs produced, which is called At Silver CPD. It's an online professional development program. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that, and I'm going to show you around the At Silver CPD environment. You can access At Silver CPD on NYU classes, which you go through NYU Home to get into. When you click on the NYU classes tab, you'll be brought to the home page for At Silver CPD. Now, this site contains a number of really helpful resources, and I'm going to walk you through a couple of them, so on your own time you can certainly explore further. So when you click on the home page, you'll see a general description of how the career resources pages work, and you'll also see specifically resources for those who are at the Washington Square campus, those at the Shanghai campus, and the general NYU Wasserman Center, which is the university-wide career development center. Any matriculating NYU student can access them. They have great graduate school resources as well as undergraduate. Now, on the left-hand panel of this website, you'll see a number of different tools. The Silver Calendar is one of those tools, and I have that open here. This calendar will show you all relevant events for the Silver School. So in case you're looking to get involved, or if we have some upcoming career development programming, you can always check it out on our website here. In addition, we have the Wasserman calendar embedded into this site. Wasserman focuses on interviewing, on resume reviews. They're really a true career development office. And if you want to sign up or RSVP for one of their events, you can find it here, read the description, and just RSVP online. I always recommend to students get familiar with Wasserman early on in your NYU career. You don't want to wait until May of your graduating year to visit them. They're available year-round. They have an office just up the block on 14th Street, and you'll be able to meet with a counselor, access a mentor network, and attend a lot of great prep events. So when it comes time for you to start interviewing and having some more networking opportunities, you can really leverage them. So those are the two external links that we have. We also have what's called a Lessons tab, which is another tool on this left-hand bar. When you go to the Lessons tool, you'll be brought to a page that will list out monthly lessons. Now, because it's September, the beginning of the year, we only have one lesson for each cohort. The first cohort is called the Foundations cohort. That's anyone who's not graduating in May 2016. So if you are a first-year student in the two-year program or an extended program student and you're in your second year, you are part of the Foundations cohort. For those who are graduating in May 2016, in other words, if you're a new advanced standing student or you're a second-year, two-year student, you fall into the advanced cohort. We break you up by those tracks because the timeline of monthly curricula, it's going to differ according to those tracks you're on. Now, for the first semester or for the first month in September, you actually have the same get to know you curriculum. So I'm going to take you through that just so you have a sense of what you're going to experience when you log on yourself at home. So Foundations for September 2015 and Advance are both all about just learning about this site and a number of the NYU resources available. We always start each month with objectives, so you know exactly what to expect and what your key takeaways will be. And then there's an action items section. That's usually a list of articles or videos and some to-dos, like some action items for you to meet with a mentor or to work on your resume. This just keeps you on track for professional development. So come May, you should already have all the tools prepared over the past year or two, and you'll be best prepared to look for the right job for you. Now, the objectives for this month are really simple. It's to learn about At Silver CPD tools and resources, to learn more about the in-person events that the Silver School and the Wasserman Center provide, and to become involved in some professional development activities. It's your first semester for many of you. We're not going to overwhelm you with too much extracurricular work, but this is a good place to get started. So to help you out, our action items first are to go to a workshop or event, and these are all active links. So when you click on this link, you'll be brought to our workshops and events page. You'll see here we list out all of the professional development workshops upcoming for this semester. Every month, Shilpa and I will hold 2 of these in-person events, and Shilpa is the Assistant Director for Student Professional Development. We will have 2 opportunities for you to come in, get some pizza, and talk about the monthly curriculum. I would just schedule these out in your calendar now, but you will also get email reminders in those weekly student affairs newsletters, which you should all be reading. And then we have our alumni career panel series, and that's actually the second action item on this month's curriculum. We have videotaped a number of our career panels that we have Silver alumni come back to lead. And we have the fall 2015 workshops here. You'll see that we also have a YouTube page where you can watch all of them, everything from working in school social work to working with veterans, working in private practice. If you want to learn from industry leaders, this is really the place to go. We're going to have the full schedule blocked out for the upcoming semester as well. In addition to that, we will have some special Wasserman at Silver workshops. What that means is we're bringing all of the great resources from the Wasserman Center and bringing them to you, so that way it's easier for you to attend. We have a number of workshops planned. We have one in September called the Job Search for the Social Worker. Now, one of the things that students often say is, I don't want generalist career help. I don't want somebody to tell me general tips for resume writing. I'm a social worker. I know I want to work in a hospital or I want to work in a school. I want my material tailored to that. So the Job Search for the Social Worker really addresses that need. We bring in people who understand the social service landscape, particularly in New York City where you're all interning or where you might end up getting licensed in New York State. So we kind of partner with the Wasserman Center to make sure that those specific needs are being met. In addition, we have a resume writing and cover letter writing workshop in October and November, respectively. And then December focuses on LinkedIn. Most of you, I'm sure, have a LinkedIn site to varying levels of completion. We really want you to leverage LinkedIn as much as possible, going beyond just enrolling in some alumni groups or becoming a part of them. We want you to learn how to actually use it as part of a job search strategy. We introduced this in December because over winter break, where you're not in classes, thank goodness, you have a little bit more time to update your resume on LinkedIn and just really create the online persona that you would want if an employer Googles you. And then finally, we have the New York City's master's level job fair. This usually happens in April. This is a number of schools of social work throughout the tri-state area getting together and having employers who are looking for recent graduates come together, and then you can go meet with them. We will prep you pretty intensely before you go to this, so don't worry if you've never been to a job fair. In fact, one of our at Silver CPD monthly curriculums, it actually focuses on the job preparation for a job fair. So you'll know how to navigate it by that time. And then finally, through the Wasserman Center, we do have individual career coaching. We have a little bit of that at the Silver School, but if you really just want to meet one-on-one with somebody, the Wasserman Center has career coaches who are willing to sit down with you and kind of go over career goals. If you have general questions or you want to do a little bit of a career change, there are resources and people who are committed to helping you through that process. We also have some one-on-one coaching through the Silver School. That is a little bit more alumni-centric, so we'll bring in an alum who's a great career coach, and he can work with you to look over your resume and make sure that what you're communicating as your goals are being reflected on paper in all of your documents that you submit to any job application. So that's what we want you to take a look at for this month, all of these different resources. You don't have to sign up for all of them right now. The whole point is just that you know they exist, that they're coming up, and that this is an important thing for you to start integrating into your professional identity here at Silver. We want you to take career development seriously from the first month, and you'll find that at the end of your experience, it'll be a lot richer. Now, I do want to show you a couple other things from the Silver School's website related to professional development. When you go to our website, you'll see an entire professional development page under the students section. And when you click on that, you'll see pretty much a register of resources. This is always accessible to you. This is not through NYU classes. This is just through the regular Silver website. Some of those things I covered already, like events and workshops, but other resources like ordering business cards, which if you are going to be going to a lot of networking events or conferences, it's a good idea to have a branded business card from Silver. Secondly, we have a job search page where we've collated all of these different nonprofit job search engines that students have found to be very useful in the past. We also have a list of where some of our most recent graduates over here have gone. These are employers that have hired NYU grads in the past, and if you're thinking about different places to start exploring for potential careers, this is a great list to start with. We also, for those of you who want to stay in more of an academic track, have some post-MSW fellowships listed. Again, take a look at this when you have a chance. Just become a little conversant with some of the agencies, some of the language you see on the website. It will really help you over the next year or two. And then the final thing I want to call your attention to is our licensing page. Most of you are going to choose to get licensed, and depending on the state, there's a different procedure. This will be covered in your Practice 4 class, but because it is a part of professional development, agencies often want to know what are your plans, or you might want to know, will my work directly after getting my MSW count toward my supervision hours for a license? This will help you start thinking about that and maybe give you a set of questions to ask a potential employer. So we've broken this down. Every month, or rather every state has its own requirements, as I said. So we cover New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Almost all of our students get licensed in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. If you want to get licensed in California, we can give you the information for the state board for California. So that way you can get the most up-to-date, correct information. It always comes right from the state, and we just relay that. So with that, I want to open up the floor for questions because our At Silver CPD tour has basically been completed, and I do encourage you, though, to take a more careful look at these resources, particularly the events calendar. If you see something interesting, just go to it. It's a pretty low commitment event. It just gives you a sense of what to expect moving forward. So thank you.